talking to you about 15 things that we can teach our teenagers, our children, so that they can make an impact in the world that they live in. And right now what we're doing is we're on last week we covered the 7th one. That is when teenagers do not sense their parents care about the global picture. It breeds self-centeredness. Go back and watch that, please. And but let's move on. Number 8 is when teenagers are spoiled and all they have is what you gave them instead of being earned and worked for. I tell you, from the time that your children, little children, you should be putting task and rewards. Task and rewards. And the rewards sometimes are degreed upon how good they did the task. Was it prompt? Did they fulfill all the instruction? Now, when you do that, what you're doing, number one, you're preparing children for a workforce, okay? People are looking for workers everywhere. They can't find them, okay? The person that's going to get the best job is the one that can work, okay? But here's the thing, is if all you do is spoil them by giving them, instead of them earning it and working for it, then what you do is you're creating an entitlement spirit in your kids. They're going to feel like, you owe me a phone, you owe me this, you owe me a device, you owe me a car, you owe me, listen, you don't owe them those things, okay? But what I would do, and I did with mine, is my children bought their cars. I didn't buy their cars. They bought their cars, and they saved up. And I think it was Marvin worked at Kmart when Kmart was here, and then Jamie worked at a little restaurant, and they saved up their money. They were able to go buy them. They were beat up cars. They were clunkers, if you want to call it that. But you know what? They earned it. They paid for it. They appreciate it more, and that's life, okay? Number 9, what teens and children get, whatever type of leadership, they will struggle. When teens and children get whatever type of leadership, they will struggle. In other words, when they just hear whatever, they need to be answered. They need to be heard, and they don't need to get that whatever type of leadership. Otherwise, they will struggle with you, and they need to, again, hear answers from you. Number 10, there's a way that you can be good parents and be your teenager's best friend. That's the truth. You can be good parents and teenager's best friend. I've heard the statement, you're not the friend, you're the parents. I understand that. But can I tell you something? You can be their best friend, and be their parents. And the way you do that is you got one, make sure that you and them have that quality time together, meaning good communication, okay? Good communication, good affection, and that you train your children, okay? And then you're willing to do fun things with them. The thing that I did with my children is we lived on the river. A river ran behind our house. I had a little 14-foot john boat, and we went out on that river all the time, just hanging out, swimming, skipping rocks, talking, camping, 3-day floats on the river. That's what we could afford. That's what we did. And I felt like my children felt like I was their friend. Number 11, holding low expectations for your teen will stifle your child. Give them a vision, give them a goal and an ambition, and then invest in them personally to help them reach the goals. In other words, you don't have to expect A's on every report card, but you know what you can do? You give them an expectation and help them reach that expectation. Okay, and if you do that, if you hold low expectations, you're going to stifle them. Give them vision of how much money do you want to have in the bank, and help them do that. Okay, how much do you want to give, and give visions for and personal goals to your children so that they learn to press forward and become more than what they are or more than they could ever imagine they could be, okay? So next week we'll take up here and finish these 15.